Hey guys, good afternoon from Dhaka, Bangladesh. Welcome back to the channel. Back to back 2 times. I said it wrong. I was gonna say good evening, but today I'm in a very good mood. I am having a very busy day. It's a weekend though. Friday's a weekend, so happy weekend to all Bangladeshis all across the world. Time it's around 1:30 p.m. and it's heavy rainfall outside. It's raining heavily for half an hour or so. I am scared we're gonna lose power. Hopefully not before the review finishes. Okay, so I am in mood for 3 videos. Let's see how we can, carry on. So this particular episode, I'm going to do a very special fragrance. Okay, and this is a vintage perfume, very rare, very rare. It's a flanker to one of the Escada perfumes. You guys know Escada has free fragrances like Escada Magnetisma. Those are very hard to find as well, the cola vibe. And Escada has quite a few perfumes. I did about 6 7 perhaps for women and men both. So Escada is a house back in the days, used to be very popular among men and women, very affordable perfumes. They used to make a lot of summer and winter both fragrances. And Escada has this one perfume that I've been looking for a very long time, which is called Escada Purom. That thing is super rare. Those are like, your, you can say, sort of like 1 in 100. If you visit 100 shops, maybe you find it one. So it is like one of those, what's the word I'm trying to remember? Reindeer? No. I'll remember if I remember, I'll tell you. So the fragrance basically is Escada Purom Silver Light. And this box is very, you will not see anywhere. It's very much like an old school style, very old fonts. And like this, this is the packaging. I bought it from a shop. I like to go around and try to find vintage perfumes. So this bottle, I had some doubt. Finally, I got it after a few months. I went to the shop 5 times to check it out, but I was not convinced. Then I got this. I'll tell you, this juice supposed to be a blue color juice. Okay, I'll tell you what happened. Okay, so this is the bottle, and it has this typical Escada kind of cap. I have reviewed before another Escada fragrance which had this kind of a cap, and the bottle sort of looks like Ralph Lauren Safari sort of color, and it has yellow juice. It has this nice lines, which is pretty much a vintage style perfume from 90s. This is a 95 or 97, in 1987 release perhaps. Let me see in Fragrantica, 97. Okay, and this one, let me like tell you why this juice color is different. It's not fake, because the Escada Purom original, the vintage, I thought I found that one, but the Silver Light had this blue, but the original Escada Purom had this color. So this is a very old perfume. You can see this one has not been used. This much amount of juice went down due to I think evaporation. So what's that word I'm trying to think, like one of those, okay, anyway, never mind, that's not important. But yeah, so it's been there in the market, I'm pretty sure, for a very long time. Some of the old shops, they had fragrances like this, like let's say old Opium Purom or old Kuros. I try to find them, like YSL Jazz, Life Jazz. So this one, the color has been changed over the years from blue to this. It happened with many fragrances. I had a fragrance called Jean Paul. I still have it, La Mole Essence de Parfum. Used to come in a lavender blue juice, and now it's like more of a brown dark color. CH Man Privé, from light gray, it became kind of chocolatey color. So this is what happened. But when I sprayed it, I know sort of like matched the notes. And I have it on my hand. It's a very old school kind of fragrance. Here. So just one spray, beautiful cloud. So this thing apparently had green apple, mint, grapefruit, very zesty, fruity opening. Middle notes are lavender, jasmine, violets, vanilla, oak moss, and patchouli at the base. So this you can tell if you have been a fan of Safari, Polo Green, Polo Blue. Those are not from modern era. Those are from back in the days. Let me see if the mic is good. Yeah. And people use them back in the time a lot. And back in the days, the typical mint, whatever, green, citrus, grapefruit was not like more modern one, like you smell lemon lime, Durum Sport, Durum Cologne. These are your modern citruses. But imagine Dior Eau Sauvage, very old school classic citrus, Armani Eau Purom. So the fruits or citrus in this are kind of like on the sweeter side. When you hear green apple, so green apple is a sweet, fruity, green note, fruity note, and that mixes with the grapefruit and also the mint. It creates this sweet, fruity, citrusy, candied opening. And this is pretty much a very refreshing, mouth-watering, fruity opening, which a bit of elder gentlemen would enjoy, like someone above 35. I am not going to say this is for teenagers, this is not for young schoolgoers. If they smell this, they will say my grandpa or my father or my uncle, because they were the ones who used to wear Old Spice, these old days fragrances. And I'm pretty sure back in the days who used those would love this. right? So it's a very mature, sweet, fruity, fresh opening. And after that, they have the lavender, floral, violet leaves. I think due to many years, this fragrance has been matured. I think the freshness was more in this. Okay, people say this used to be light take on the original, and it's pretty close to the original Escada Purum, which is a classic. But I think this one currently, this formulation is close to the original Escada Purum, then Silver Light. Okay, because the freshness from the violet leaves or the mint, these are sort of gone. Okay, this is more on the sweeter side, more intense side. Longevity is pretty good for a freshie, and this is more of an apple scent, like if you know Lacoste style in play. This is leaning towards that apple scent. Okay, so this is more dominated by that apple, but also got the lavender. But it's a very nice that you can still smell the mint, but the mint is not the fresh green mint. It's more of a sweeter mint that you get not from Cartier Roadster, but more on mint from, let's say, Azaro's Wild Mint. So this is the good thing about reviewing a lot of fragrance. I know the names, right? So yeah, unicorn. There you go. Not reindeer, unicorn, right? Similar sort of 4 feet and all. Anyway, so you see me very happy because this kind of reviews, when I do, I take a lot of pleasure doing this, because these are not the view earning or view garner reviews. These perhaps will not get more than 200-300 views, but when I review a vintage perfume, it gives me goosebumps, you know, because I'm creating something that is rare. Okay, so that's why I pay money, a little bit more money to get these, and I'm very happy. I'm gonna let this bottle go, by the way, because you know, I'm going to make a little bit of markup and sell, but these are sold for 300 plus, 400 plus dollars in certain sites. So you see, that's why holding this is happiness. So basically, this fragrance, how are you going to wear it? I mean, they have like vanilla, oak moss, patchouli at the base. So it's a very complex, classic fragrance. It's not just two notes or two layer. It has more depth than you can imagine. And I think this fragrance will be a very, if you know exactly the Safari, Ralph Lauren Safari, it is more sandalwood, more leather, rugged perfume. This is more on the sweet, fruity, fresh side, but it also has a golden vibe. If you know fragrance like Charlie Gold, it has this kind of smell. So it's not for everybody, definitely. It is for people who know the smells of 90s, 80s. You know, when you grew up, you can really, you know, attach yourself to this and you can enjoy the vintage vibe. So it's not a must-have or something, you know, I would say, hunt it down that you need to have it. It's always, the vintage is always about people's psychology, like people want to hunt it down. For example, I have Kuros. Okay, I'll just give you example. I have Kuros. It's pretty good, but that silver, you know, the silver here, silver there is the vintage. My good friend Steven from Belgium, he has it, fragrance with Steven. I want to search it down. It's not that I have to have it, but it's for my mental satisfaction. So this is kind of those mental satisfaction vintage classics, and I really think this is a fragrance. It brings emotion in a bottle. Like Sticky Obsession has this whole classy vibe. This is a classy fragrance. You can suit it up. It's a little bit on the sweeter side. I think they don't mention sandalwood, but I guess something like a sweetness of something woody. And this fragrance definitely is when you feel like retro Sunday, you can put it up, put it on and go for cinema or enjoy weekend or even Christmas time. It will be great perfume. Hint of cinnamon-like sweetness. Like if you dip the cinnamon in a kind of like a sweet tea, you also get that smell. So this is the vintage goodness. So Escada Purum Silver Light. This fragrance is a classic for sure. I'm not going to rate this one, but I'll just describe to you how this smells. It brings back my childhood memories when I used to be in school, 80s, 90s. I used to smell these, you know, all around me. And this thing brings back like when our growing up happened, picnics, sports, real life sports activities, my friends, you know, this brings back memories. If I go to my uncle's house, like my friend's house, the uncles would wear something like this and you can smell. Men used to be very masculine, not metrosexual perfume. They used to wear like strong, how to say, Jaguar for him, or something like Sticky Obsession, Aqua di Gios, you know, like spicy, marine, strong perfume. My uncle, like me, my mother's brother, he used to wear Daniel's Desire, so Daniel's London. If you are a fan of these, this fragrance will really appeal to you. It's just absolute pleasure when it's raining outside, enjoying this more. So there you go. That's the review. Let's see if I can do a third video and upload it. Take care. Have a nice day. Bye-bye.